Yep, slide the block underneath your head like a little pillow. Have your feet the width of the mat and have your knees knock in. Do it the opposite direction. Yes. And then you can have your hands on your stomach, one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest. You can have your palms facing open. I mean, any which way kind of works here. And get it so the block is under your head so your chin isn't tucked. It's like elevated. You're neutral. Yes. Because you want your throat to feel like it can get you get some air. And if you can close your eyes, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Just pick a spot to focus in on. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a full breath out through your mouth. Press all the air out. Yep. Feel the lower back spread when you exhale the breath. Do that again. Inhale full through the back of the throat. When you exhale out through your mouth, press all the air out and feel your lower back draw down into the mat. And now seal your lips and begin the powerful, wonderful breath, Ujjayi. It doesn't need to be picture perfect. So just kind of start to think the breath the best that you can. Feel the air as it slips through the back of the throat. Yeah. And I always like to pay nice close attention to that exhale breath because I find if you can press a little bit more air out on the exhale breath, the inhale is a little cleaner, it's a little crisper, it's a little better. Just breathe like that. So nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Just showing up here for yourself on your mat. And whatever that looks like for today is what it looks like. Right. Every day is going to be a new journey. We'll take 2 more cycles of breath. Great. We're going to blink the eyes open. The block will stay behind your head for this exercise. The hands are going to come and you're going to press them into the sides of the block. So it's creating a little bit of a back bend, like a shoulder opener here. So you kind of have to finagle that a little. Press the hands to the side of the block or wrap your hands around the block, okay? You're going to lift your legs straight up towards the sky. So essentially, you're just making a 90-degree angle with your body. Your hands are behind your head, holding onto the block the entire time, okay? From here, lower back spreads across the mat, and you're going to feel. You're going to lower your left leg down, and it's going to hover. And if this does not feel good for the lower back, you just go like halfway. You do less, okay? Lift it back up, and then lower the right leg down. So just essentially scissoring, but you're doing it in a very artful way. You come back up to center, and you lower it back down. So as you lower, I want you to lower slow, but the exhale breath brings the leg back up with a little bit more pep. So you lower slow, and then you bring it up with a little more pep. Good. And you should start to feel like hotness through your arms, because when you keep your hands like this, it definitely creates a sensation. Just keep going like this. You're scissoring, you're moving slow, and you're moving at your own pace, your own depth. You start to feel all sorts of fun things. Nothing's happening out there. Keep going. Give me another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. Now you're going to bicycle it out, but you're not going to twist your core at all. You're just going to really stay stable. So you're going to pedal it out. And once again, you pick the height of the leg that's going straight. So if you need it to be more on an angle, because the back is sensitive, you do that. If you want it to more hover the ground, that's going to be more intense. So you'll notice as you fatigue, your lower back wants to pop up off the floor. I need you to pay close attention to drawing your lower back down into the mat as you pedal it out. You bring the leg back to neutral and then the other leg releases. Keep going. Aren't you having fun? Yeah, it's awesome. Keep going. Give me another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. So now your hands are going to come down towards the side. You're going to bend your left leg. The right leg's going to stay up, okay? So now your right arm's going to stay alongside your body. I want you to stay very grounded in this exercise. The left hand and the right shin make a connection. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. It's kind of like a bird dog. And it's like you're just elongating. So you're just elongating here, creating space. Good. So you lower slow, you bring it up with a little more pep. But the whole time, your lower back is pressing down. You got it. Keep going. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to stay up, and then you're going to cross over and lift the back of the head up. You're going to crunch to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Gaze to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to neutral. Lower the right leg down. Left hand's going to go flush and flat. Left leg's going to extend up. If you did the wrong leg, very simple solution, just do the opposite. Right hand, left shin. And it's a slow motion as you move. You're just going opposite arm, opposite leg. You're elongating. And the goal here is it's an isometric movement. So you don't feel a lot, but you feel something because they keep repeating the motion. Lower back spreads across the mat. And you're just working on the alignment, connecting the breath and the movement. Feeling that lower back staying down into the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to cross over the shoulder lifts and the head elongates up towards the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Give them a little squeeze. Cross the ankles. Rock and roll a couple times. Come up into a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take up a lot of space this morning on your mat. Yeah. Your feet nice and wide, your hands nice and wide. Checking out the placement of your hands so your index fingers are forward or slightly turned out. I find you have a little bit more movement through the upper shoulders, so less weight will drop down, which is what we want. The center of the heel starts to melt itself down towards the ground in time. You breathe your hips way up off your shoulders this morning. Relax your head, your jaw, your neck, and just settle in. Begin to feel. The opportunities that you get on your mat to be still are a true gift because we're always in motion. Everything we do, we're in motion. So it's nice to just be. Irma, breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. There you go. More weight back. That's it. Get out of those shoulder blades. The outer triceps grip in. The shoulders move away from your ears. And you pin your thumb, your index finger, and your baby finger down into the mat. Now, like an ocean wave, roll forward to plank. So the first one from dog to plank sometimes isn't quite right. So you have to walk it out. That's fine. You want to lead a little with your heart and chest in this plank position. Stack up your body here, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrist. And if you feel like you need to modify early on just because you don't have it today, that's fine. Drop your knees down and you're nursing an injury. Drop your knees to the floor and modify the plank. Breathe your heart center through. There you go. Fix your dristi, also known as your gaze, to the front skinny edge of the mat. Hug your outer hips into the center line of your body. So think of your center line of your body as a big hooded sweatshirt and you're zipping yourself up. Bring more weight forward onto your tippy toes. And reconnect with your breath. As your mind starts to send you the message of fatigue, your breath will empower you. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. So now your hands and your feet most likely have found their sweet spot. Roll forward plank position, all the way forward in one motion. Lead a little more with your heart and chest. Drop your knees down. They're going to go on an angle this morning. Yep. Bring your weight forward a tad and lower halfway to a supported push-up. When we lower down to our supported push-up, our shoulders shouldn't drop below the elbows, and the elbows should wrap in towards your side ribs. Your belly draws in and your neck stays neutral. These look good. Re-straighten your arms to supported plank. Try it again. Lower halfway to supported push-up. Elbows slide by your side ribs. Less is more. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Again, halfway to a supported push-up. Straighten your arms, supported plank. Lift your knees up off the ground. You're in plank position. Lift your right foot an inch from the ground, just an inch. Hug your right knee towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Look forward with your eyes. Step your right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Bring to the top of the mat. It may be more than one step to get there. That is fine. Long spine on the inhale. Weight stays forward. Hands can rest on your shins. Exhale, fold into yourself. Let it go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine sets you up. You're going to take 2 big steps to get you back to plank. 1, 2. When you hit plank position, halfway to a push-up that works best for you. So if you like those modified ones, that's your jam. And take that again. Keep the neck neutral. Looks good, Apu. Straighten your arms, plank. Float the left foot an inch from the ground, just an inch. Hug your left knee in. Give it a good little squeeze. Look forward with your eyes. Step the left foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Spring to the top of the mat in one piece. Long spine on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Everyone got very serious. Yeah, what's going on in here? Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Energy got heavy. Long spine to prepare. Step to plank. Halfway to your push-up. Re-straighten to plank position. Gotcha. Float your right foot an inch. It's amazing. We go in automatic. Hug your right knee in. We all do the same. Step the right foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Spring to the top of the mat in one piece. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. On the breath, arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step to plank. Halfway to your push-up. Revisit plank. Float the left foot an inch. Hug it in towards the navel. Step the left foot forward and through. See, now you're getting out of your own way. Step to the top of the mat with your right foot. Long spine on the in. Exhale the breath, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. All right, here we go. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Anytime you forward fold, bend your knees a little bit more. Long spine to set it up. Step to plank, unless you've had excess coffee this morning. Most of us probably aren't hopping. Halfway to a push-up. Good. Up dog or cobra. So you pick your poison with your back bent. Good. Press even through hands, tops of feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. You can step, you can float, you can skip, you can crawl to the top. Long spine, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Keep moving and breathing. That's all you have to do. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to set it up. Step, float. If you're going to hop, you're going to land at a low push-up. Up dog is smooth, even through the hands, the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Here we go. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. You add or subtract what doesn't fit you for today. Up dog. Nice. Hips go up and back. Down dog. Breathe your right leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Come forward, right knee to the back of your right tricep. Staying with your hips this angle, just swing it to the left elbow on the inside. You got it. Re-extend the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your right knee straight in. Step the right foot forward and through. Walk it a smidgen to the right. Yes, your feet are about hip width distance. You're high on the ball of the back foot. Take your right thumb and hook it to the inseam of your right hip. So like right in the little crease. Yeah. So you're going to use your thumb to kind of like manually remind your right hip that it needs to stay down and kind of hook in. Reach the left arm forward, shoulders slide down the back, integrate the legs and the core. With your right hand pressing into that right hip crease, start to lift your torso up towards the sky. And then right arm extends up. You can always soften your back knee if you need to. Yeah. Feel the weight in the standing right heel. Zip up your inner and outer thighs. So keep your legs the way they are here. Just bring your torso forward. Rest your stomach on your right thigh with your arms reaching forward. Grab those blocks and place them on the high setting, enough forward that your spine's going to stay very long today. You're going to step up into an amended warrior 3. Yes. So it's not a standing split, it's an amending warrior 3, if you amended warrior 3. So bring the blocks more forward. They're almost off the mat if your right foot's all the way forward. Yes. And what I like to do here is come to my fingertips to get out of the shoulders and the wrists. Perfect. You're looking to neutralize the body and the weight not dumping into the right hip. So kind of envision like your right thumb still pressing into that hip to keep it even. With your fingertips staying down on those blocks, point your left toes and hug your left knee towards your navel. Yes, you can round in like a little ball a little bit. Soften behind the right knee. You're going to press to stand, drag the left knee up to a 90-degree angle and bring it up into a tree pose. Yep, you could use your hands. And it's testing balance. If it's not so picture perfect today, who cares? Take a tree. So your foot's going to press in the instep of that right leg, anywhere along the instep of that right leg, just as long as you're not jamming the foot into the knee. And then regrow your branches if they've settled elsewhere. Grip the hips in, draw the waist in and up. Lengthen through the side ribs, soften the shoulders down the back. Keep the energy moving up. You're just going to step into first warrior, warrior 1. You're going to step back with that left foot. And you're going to trust that your foot knows where to go. Yep. Grip your right hip in and steer the left ribs forward. You people need to laugh a little. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, we're doing yoga. We're not doing brain surgery. Thank God. Hands to frame your front foot. Vinyasa. Vinyasa. The up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left leg, breathe it up and back. Three-legged down dog. Come forward, left knee to the back of the left tricep. I don't want you to kind of jack your hip up. So just bring the knee close to the back of the tricep. Swing it across your body to the inside. And once again, it doesn't have to touch. It's just going in that subtle direction. Re-extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug the left knee in, scoop it up. Step the left foot forward and through, being a low lunge. Walk your left foot just a tad to the left. Make sure you're about hips width distance. Good. Keep your right hand down and just take your left thumb and press it into the inset, like the kind of little crease. And then reach your right arm forward. So the thumb presses, the hip kind of gathers in and up, back leg strong and straight, and then you start to lift your torso. With the right arm up, give that left hip a little nudge down and then extend the left arm up towards the sky. And then you adjust how you need. Soften the back knee if it doesn't feel good in your body. Widen your stance if you need to. Good. You're going to tip your torso forward for me. I want you to like actually rest your stomach on your thigh. So the back side of the body is getting very, very long. Reach for those blocks and step up into amended warrior 3. So the concept is that the blocks are so far forward that you're on your fingertips and your side ribs are long. So if I were to call out a revolved Ardha Chandrasana, which I'm not doing now, you'll be solidly set up. Right. And kind of envision that left hip still doing that same jam. Spin your right thigh bone down. Stay with it. So if you're not on your fingertips, come up onto your fingertips, soften the left knee and draw your right knee in towards your navel. Round, like scoop up yourself like a little ball. And then press up to stand, come up really slow and gather your right leg up into tree pose. And once again, if it's not the prettiest transition, it's okay. We just get out of our own way, grip our hips in, and then energize our arms up towards the sky. Yeah. And then you quiet your mind, you utilize your breath. Let the shoulders drop down the back and grip your hips in. Stay with it. Keep the energy moving up and then just take a generous step back with your right leg. Warrior 1, first warrior. Grip your left hip in, a little bit of a bigger step for some of you. The back right toes, or I'm going to turn your right toes more forward and you'll be in good shape. Yep. And your right rib spin. And feel the outer blade of your back foot press into the mat. It looks good, Danielle. Hands to the earth plank position. When you hit the plank, push-ups or not, you decide what works for you. Halfway down is recommended. Up dog or cobra, or take it out if something's not feeling good. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go. You're going to step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine, folds. Chair pose with excitement and joy. I was in an 80s mood, I think. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Take out what's not needed if it's too much. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Here we go. Rise on the breath, warrior 1. Nothing fancy, just step it forward and through. Looks good. To the floor we go through your vinyasa. Make it work for you. The left foot steps forward when you're ready. The back foot anchors, and we rise, first warrior. To the floor we go through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine, folds, chair pose. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. All right, with a little excitement. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees. Sit into chair first. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Let's go to the chair, and then we'll dive over bent knees. I got excited. Long spine. Step or float through your vinyasa. Wait till you see me at my kids' cross country meet later. If you want to see crazy. Down dog. I'm running the race. Right foot forward, back foot turns. Yeah, rise warrior. There's like a whole joke about parents who have a track parent. Yeah, chaturanga. Take it to the floor. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. The left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. To the floor we go through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth, press even. There you go. Hips go up and back, down dog. You recover in the down dog always. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Land light. Long spine. Fold. Don't forget about the chair. Sit deep. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Well, only one more. Let's make it a good one. Arms go straight up, heavy in the heels for chair. Sit way back. Dive over bent knees, forward folds. Long spine, prepare. Step or float through your version. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. We rise on the breath, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Come on up, rise. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. So getting out of your own way and just kind of moving with the flow here. Step your right foot forward in between your hands and circle open warrior two. Yeah. Make sure the stance is wide enough and long enough. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let the side body get an opening. And circle it to the floor through vinyasa. Yep. Smooth transition to your up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. So precise alignment. Step your left foot forward, turn your back foot sharp. Cartwheel open warrior two. So you just want to kind of get the feet to splay and the left thigh to roll open. Good. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. The side body gets this nice length. And then we circle it to the floor through a vinyasa. You peel yourself through the up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. One more time on each side. Just step the right foot forward. You're doing it purposely. Cartwheel open, warrior two. I was really going someplace with this. Flip the palm, reverse. Circle it to the floor through your vinyasa. Just kind of let the energy carry you today. Whatever it looks like. Take out what you don't need. Step the left foot forward, turn the back foot sharp. Cartwheel it open. Nice work. Flip the palm, reverse, side body opens and lengthens. And then we circle it to the floor through our vinyasa. Good work. Chaturanga push-up. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. We hold in down dog and you breathe. The only thing in our way is ourselves. Yes. Pretty much everything. You have the power to do whatever you want to do. You just have to set it up. Step the right foot smack in between the hands. This time, don't come up. Anchor the back foot. Yep, grab your block, lodge it to the instep of that right foot. And then right hand down and left arm peels open for your V variation. You know your hips are a little tighter today. I'd recommend the block being on the highest setting. Yeah. Looks good. And if you get a little glimpse of yourself in the mirror, it's always good to make sure that your right knee tracks directly over your right ankle. I mean, I'm here and that's my job to make sure that that's happening for all of you. Everyone looks good, but it's good to like really check in with your own alignment. Yes. Now the left arm straight up towards the sky, or maybe it feels good in your shoulder today. Start to wrap it behind your back. Even a half tuck is fine. So your hand may just come to like the flat part of your back. Don't take the shoulder into a position it's not ready for. Now, as you take a half bind or whatever bind you're beginning to experience, grip your right hip in and turn your right ribs towards the ceiling, towards the sky. So you're turning your right ribs from right to left. That's it. Now lean back a tiny bit and see if you can get the crown of the head to move over your front right foot as you continuously breathe into the shape. If your whole right hand is pressing flat onto the block, see if you can lighten the load and maybe come to your fingertips or even fist your hand. So you'll unravel your left arm up towards the sky. And then with that energy, we'll now pull up and find warrior two. And now we'll hold for just a little bit. Check in that you're not leaning all your weight forward or all your weight back. You want to find some symmetry in the pose, lengthen the tailbone, soften the shoulders down the back, and roll your right thigh open. Then close your eyes if you can and allow yourself to just go inward. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling right now. It's like riding the wave. And every exhale breath takes you a little further deeper. Stay with it. A few more breaths. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Circle it to the floor, hit plank position, and lean on your left hand for your favorite variation of side plank. Yeah. One that you know you can hold and maintain. I'm not so interested in like going to the deepest place and being there for a breath. I'd rather you go to some place that you know you can be in and really make it count for you today. Yes, the left hand, a smidgen in front of the shoulder is helpful. The top arm straight up and over your ear. It just totally depends on your body this morning. You got it? Watch that your top hip doesn't roll over your bottom hip. So it's stacking. It's stacking evenly. That's what I'm trying to say. Stay with it. A few more. Plank position slow. Chaturanga push up because you're strong and you can. Up dog because it feels good. Hips go up and back. You revisit your down dog. Step the left foot smack in between the hands. Nothing fancy here. Just step it forward and through. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Place the block. We're going to go to the instep of the foot. Yeah. Place it any direction you know works for you. Caddy that back of that left arm in there and then peel your right arm open. I like getting in this way because it's grounding. You can really feel your feet on the floor. You can feel your left hip kind of gripping under. You pick the position of the block that works best for you. And now you can start to work on adding that arm variation if that suits your body this morning. So everybody's different. Watch that the left knee doesn't roll. Yeah, so use your elbow actually, Erica. You can press the elbow open towards fast, and that's going to keep you in alignment. Steer the left ribs towards the sky. You're going from left to right now with those ribs. The crown of the head is energetically moving over that front foot. And the breath is carrying you through the pose. So it's not stopping you. It's endless. Stay with it. A few more breaths. Feel the feet on the floor. Sit deeper. Twist the collarbone and the chest open. Watch the left shoulder that it's not steering forward. Soften it down your back. Stay with it. Unravel your right arm slow and let the power of that right arm and the back right leg pull you up to stand warrior two. Sit deep into warrior two. Lengthen your tailbone, check in with your feet. Make sure your left foot and your back right foot intersect. Roll that left thigh open and soften the shoulders down the back. And then go inward. It's just you and your breath. That's it. The sensations are temporary. It's amazing how fast they go away. Surrender to the pose. You have 3 more breaths. Ride it out. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let the side body continue to open. Circle it to the floor, plank position. Lean on your right hand for Vashisthasana, your favorite variation. Yeah, find one that you know you can hold and maintain rather than being in something that you're really struggling, right? This practice is designed just to give you just enough, right? It's hard to find. Top arm straight up or up and over your ear. We're looking for longevity. We're looking for stability. Plank position slow. Halfway to a push-up because you can. Drag yourself to an up dog, press even, take your time. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot smack in between your hands, turn your back foot on a sharp angle, and find triangle from the ground up. Yeah, block to the outside of your right calf if you're one that needs a block in this pose. Anywhere across the front of the right shin. Soften behind that front right knee is always a good idea. Looks really good. There's a slight lean back happening, but more importantly, begin to fire up your inner and outer thighs. Hook the sides of the ribs in and elongate. Stay with it. Step up into Arda. Yeah, just go for it. Use the block. You got it. Yeah, I like going high with the block. It might feel good to get a little lighter on that bottom hand this morning. Yeah. Might feel good to add a bind. I don't know what's going on in your body. So just throwing out some ideas. You can just stay basic. Soften behind the right knee. And if you fall out of the pose, it's fine. You just try again. So Apu, it looks great. I just need you to take your thigh back and kick behind you. And as you kick behind you, take your right ribs and keep turning them. That's it. Stay with it. You're doing awesome, guys. Release into regular Arda. The transition is its own little deal, so do it slow. Soften behind the right knee and step back into triangle pose. Yes, it's a very slow transition, triangle. You got it. There's a hook and a lift. Take it to the floor through a vinyasa. Keep it moving this morning. Chaturanga push-up. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the left foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot sharp and just find your triangle. Just simple, plain triangle. You got it. If you need the block, slide it to the outside of the left calf, and that's a good little sweet spot. Check in with your left foot. Make sure it's forward, not turning in. Looks really good. And always remind yourself that a soft bend behind that front knee is great. Switch the block to the outside of the calf. I find for some reason by having it there, it just sets the shoulder up a little better. Yeah, looks good. Anchor that back leg. There's a little lean back, but this is not a back bend. You're really engaging the side core, the obliques, and creating a lift for yourself. It's one of those poses, if you could allow yourself to just kind of get quiet with your breath and the shape of the pose, it really is calming. Keep it all together like this. Just step up and travel to Arda. It's like you're a time traveler, a yoga pose traveler. Just step right up into Ardha Chandrasana. Use the block, set it up enough out in front of you that you can really find that stability. Flex your right toes, grip your bottom hip in. Adding in the bind, totally up to you. Maybe lightening the load of the bottom hand. And come to your fingertips. Yeah, so just remind yourself that when you kick, the kick goes behind you. And if you fall, try again. Regular Arda, if you added in any embellishments, slide right back to triangle. See if you can just make one step and go right back to it. And you hook the front of the shin and pull up, or feel like you're pulling the pant leggings up your leg. This time, I want your top arm to pull you up to stand. As you come up, take your hands to your hips. Turn your toes towards me. You may need to widen your stance depending on you. Inhale your breath. Exhale, you're going to come down the center. As you come down the center, take your hands like little chaturanga-like arms in between your feet. Yeah. Walk your hands back a little. If any of you have an inversion practice, this would be a good time to kind of play around. No pressure. Yeah. You can just start to crawl your hands through your feet, lift your hips up off the base of your ankles. And this is creating an inversion right here. So dropping your head below your heart. If you went up, split your legs apart slow, come down with control. Nice job. Come to the fingertips, long spine, everybody. Nice. Stay low to the ground, walk your hands to the front skinny edge of the mat. Peel your left foot forward, your right heel back. You're in a low lunge. And then stay low to the ground and just step to plank. Step right back, plank position. Halfway to a push-up. Smooth transition through your up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Have those blocks at the top of the mat. Just we're going to need it for the transition, okay? Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Come up nice and slow. Crescent lunge. You're high on the ball of your back foot. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Lean out, hook the elbow, and let's twist. Yeah. If you get here, you feel wobbly, unstable, the back knee dropping to the floor is a great alternative. Yes. Point your right elbow, Eric, up towards the sky. And rather than feeling like you're just dumping your chest down onto your thigh, there should be a little space between your stomach and your thigh so you get that hook and that lift. Your right hip drags back, your left leg engages. Looks good, Danielle. See if you can swing your right hip back towards me. Good. Really nice. And your breath is carrying you where you need to. Your mind isn't getting angry. You're in a happy place. Stay with it. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause. Take those blocks up on that highest setting. And step up into the amended warrior again. Use the blocks, even if you're just on your fingertips. So you're on your right leg. Your right hip has to cinch kind of in and up. Your left thigh bone tips to the ground. And you're just on your fingertips with your torso really extended and long. So kind of like we did before, just finding that space that you need. Soften the right knee a little. Drag your left knee in. Hug in like a little ball. And as you press to stand this time, arms go up towards the sky and left leg lifts to a 90-degree angle. Right hand comes to the outside of that left thigh. Left arm peels back into a dancing Shiva. If you'd like to grab the outer blade of your left foot with your right hand, that is the next step, but is not always necessary to go to the deepest and the farthest. The goal here is to stand up really tall. Start to look sideways and eventually look back into that left hand in time. Nice, Megan. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. Arms up, leg up. Keep your arms up, lower your left foot down. Sit into chair. Inhale your breath, hook the hands to prayer. We're going to twist towards the right. Yeah. Yeah, let's go right, because otherwise, guess what happened? I won't remember. Yeah. Starting to feel a little slow. Weights in the heels. It's good to look down and just check in with your feet, your shins, your knees. Make sure the left knee isn't sliding past the right. The weight stays back in your heels. And then where's the breath? The breath is the power, right there. Chair pose, pull it around. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Just stand for a beat. Good. Separate your feet hips width distance right here at the top of the mat. Take your hands to your hips. Step your left foot back about 3.5, maybe 4 feet if you've been blessed with long legs. Right hand on hip, left arm extends up towards the ceiling. Inhale the breath. We're ready for this. So we're going to set up and we're going to go right for our twisting triangle. So reach way out and slide your hand onto your shin or a block to the instep of that front foot. And find the appropriate setting for yourself. So if you feel like your left shoulder is dumping way down, definitely go higher with the block. Yeah. Right hand on the flat part of your back, or you can feel that you can peel your right arm open. Steer your hips back, look sideways, look up. This is one of those poses. You've done everything you need to get here, and it may feel challenging, but it should feel good in your body. That's the thing that we start to notice with this stuff. Not every day it's a walk in the park, but it should feel good in your body. 2 more breaths. It looks great. The alignment looks good too, because I look at your tailbone and your tailbone is even. And I like your tank top. Yes, I know. So do I. Hands to frame your front foot. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move it through. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. So the good news is that you're almost done. And the bad news is you have to do that entire thing on the left side. So we're going to keep it together. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Rise. It's only a few poses. Drag it to purred heart. Lean way out. Hook the elbow. And let's twist. You're high on the ball of the back foot, or maybe you're opting to drop your knee down and modify. It is not a bad option. Point your left elbow, Eric, up towards the sky. Yes. And just pay attention, guys. If your stomach is kind of just dumping down, like your torso is dumping down, create a little lift so you can hook and lean back. That's going to get you where you need to go. High on the ball of that back foot. Steer your left hip under. So we know where we're going. I want the transition this time to be really smooth. So you're going to place the hands down right on those blocks, move them forward enough, and step right up to amended warrior 3. Use the blocks. Yeah, kind of make it one sweet motion so you don't lose that energy. Look forward with your eyes if you can. I know you're close to the front wall, a few of you. Soften the left knee and hug the right knee in towards the navel. Make yourself like a little tiny ball. Press up to stand on your left leg and drag your right knee to a 90-degree angle. Take your left hand to the outside of that right thigh and peel open. So make it very natural, like each thing is just leading to the next. The more advanced version of this, you grab your hand. That would be your left hand to the outside of your right foot. The leg that you're standing on should be straight. The leg that's going forward can be as bent as it needs to be. Stand up tall. And if you fall, you try again. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up, 90-degree angle, hold for a beat. Keep the arms up, lower the right foot down, sit heavy in your heels for chair. Weights in your heels, drag it to prayer, inhale the breath. We're going towards the mirrored wall, so you're going to hook and twist. Chair with a twist. Watch that the right knee and the right hip doesn't swing all the way past that left side, so sit heavy. Point the elbow, looks good. And then where's the breath? Can you recapture it? Because it's going to get you to stay a little longer. Chair pose, pull it around, heavy in your heels. Press up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Separate your feet, hips width distance. You got this. Hands on your hips. Keep your left foot where it is and step your right foot back about 3.5 feet. Left hand stays on hip, right arm reaches nice and long. Yeah, this is a great way to get in because you could really focus on the anchoring of that back leg. That's take a little bit of a longer stance. Yeah, a little bigger, a little bigger. Inhale the breath. Exhale, reach way out like you're shaking hands with someone, and then come down. And then I've been personally in my own practice playing with where I'm putting this block, okay? For years, the block just went underneath the shoulder. And then I started to experiment by bringing the block a little bit more, just a little bit more forward. Just a little bit. I'd say just a little. And Jody goes like 7 feet in front. Right. No. Yeah, no, it's good. And then you can kind of just play with how that makes your torso feel. Anchoring through your feet, through your legs, steering your hips back. Zoe looks good. I like the khaki green outfit. It's like you're going to war in here. Yeah. 3 more breaths. Hands to frame your front foot. step to a down dog. I need you just to step back, down dog. Just be still in down dog and feel. Slide your right knee forward from here into a half pigeon pose. And then fold. So you get to release all that nonsense. Yeah. If this doesn't feel good for you, you need an alternative pose, please let me know. Yeah. The opportunity to let go is a powerful one. So if you notice your mind starting to wander at this point in the practice, know that that's normal. Just tap back into your breath, just a little bit longer of being really present with your breath and your body. Down dog, just step right to down dog and slide your left knee forward unless there's another way you like to get in. Left knee forward, half pigeon, and just fold. If you check out, check back in, and just melt. Going a little deeper. A few more breaths. Use the strength of your body, start to come up. Come up nice and slow. Kind of stay in your yoga trance. Lean onto your left side, swing your right leg forward. Grab those blocks, set them up on the mat for me, like two set of railroad tracks, and then lay down. Yeah. And lay down. Perfect. Stack your feet up onto those blocks. Make sure your fingertips skim the back of the blocks. Yes. Inhale the breath. Exhale the breath. You're going to lift up into a bridge pose with your feet on the blocks. Yes. What we're trying to create here is the feeling of the feet on the blocks is going to get you to lift and create space from the tailbone to the back of the knees. If you can clasp your hands, that's great. If not, just have the palms flat and kind of cup the shoulder blades together so you create that little back bend action. Keep the neck very neutral. Exhale the breath, lower down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale the breath. Exhale the breath, let's lift up. If you're feeling the urge to go into a full wheel, flip the palms, chin to chest, and you can lift yourself up. If your feet are on the blocks and you're in bridge, take your right knee and hug it towards your navel. You can do it. Mm-hmm. So it's like a 90-degree angle. Extend your right leg up towards the sky. Keep lifting the hips. Lower the right leg down to match the left thigh. So the left leg and the right. Yep. So it's exactly. So it's straight and then rebend the right leg. So I'm taking you out the way I got you in and then lower the foot down. Lift a little higher. Hug your left knee towards your navel. Do it slow. Extend the left leg towards the sky. So you're getting the extension from the hip to the hamstring to the ball of the foot. So you don't bend the leg yet. You lower the left leg down so it lines up with that right leg. You rebend that left leg, and then you take your foot back down to the block. You lift 1 inch higher, and then exhale the breath, lower it down. Hug your knees in towards your chest, give them a big squeeze. Reach for the blades of your feet. Happy baby, dead bug pose. Yep, it's got multiple names. Shoulder blades draw down the back, lower back spreads across the mat. Good, and if you can grab the block and place it the long direction in between your two thighs, then lift your hips up, and with the legs together, drop the legs over to the right and the hips swing a little bit to the left. So just a supine twist with a block in between your thighs. Yeah, it's a nice way to take it. Perfect. The goal is to have your hips and your knees in the same alignment. Yeah. Your right hand can encourage the left thigh to drop, and your left shoulder blade relaxes to the floor. Roll up to center, keep the block in between your thighs. Swing your hips a little to the right, and then drop your knees to the left, and the same deal. Yeah. Roll to center, remove the block, hug the knees in towards the chest, give them a nice big squeeze inward. And then settle into Shavasana for the next 2 minutes. You get complete stillness. Slide things underneath your legs, something over your forehead or your face. Yeah. Take it how it suits your body, your mind, your breath the best. Take a deep breath in, and the exhale breath just drop out. Big breath in. Full exhale breath out. If you prefer to finish laying down, that is cool. Stay down. Hug the knees in towards the chest if you're ready to re-enter. Rock up any which way that works for you and just sit up. Sit up nice and tall with your eyes shut. Hands can stay on the tops of the thighs. Hands can come to prayer. Just feel some closure in your practice. Bow the head for a second. Have some gratitude that you were able to get up and move this morning. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have a joyous Tuesday. The sunshine is out. Hopefully it is more than 42 degrees now. But we definitely warm things up in here. So hydrate yourselves and be well. I will be back in action on Friday.